Good evening and welcome to another scene in London Ascending, a vampire venue. Laura has just uh, parted ways with some of her coterie mates in an investigation of a despicable streak of crimes that's been happening. But at the moment, she is just going to go into the gym to speak with the Bruja Primogen. And she is wearing the clothes she was before. She has short black hair and looks a bit different. And she will just say to the guy who's at the back door, like that she's here to see Dana. She will smile to him and enter.
And Dana appears to be like packing up equipment. She's there's obviously been some kind of spying or something going on, and she's um, putting away pads and like rolling up a mat and things like that. She's busy clearing things up, and she's the only one in there right now.
Uh, um, Caitlin, or Laura, she calls herself Caitlin if anyone asks at the moment, but she'll just put her camera and stuff down in the backpack, and then we'll just walk up to her and just say, "Good evening."
Dana glances over her shoulder as she pops some of the pads in like a big crate in one corner, and she's kind of looks this girl up and down. She doesn't immediately recognize Laura because she looks very different, and just goes, "Can I help you? We're closed."
Well, I'm looking for a person named Laura Solholm. Do you know her?
She gets this quite kind of defensive expression, and she tall, but she stands up to her full height. And just goes, "Yeah, I know her. Why? What's it to you? What do you want her for?"
I thought the two of you might know each other. She takes off her glasses and smiles.
And then it kind of takes a minute and does like a double take and kind of squints her eyes and leans a bit forward. And goes, "Laura? Fuck me. What's with the different hair? You in disguise or something?"
Something like that. I was looking into something a bit public, so I thought it'd be best to change my appearance a little. But well, it's not going to fool anyone if they look too closely at it, but for the passing, person just looking won't recognize
No, I didn't for a minute. Thought you
me.
got yourself into some kind of trouble. Thought I was going to have to kick some ass. And she kind of grin and then lean forward and kind of like stroke her dark hair.
Mm.
You look good as always, but the blonde.
You know that it takes one night and then you can enjoy it all the more. It doesn't. It takes a very, very short time for us to get back certain things.
Yeah, just as well. Like I say, I certainly appreciate your natural look. And she gives her like a playful smile.
Mm. I do too.
So, what have you been looking into?
Um, nah, just not quite sure if it's anything yet, but it's it's really boring. I think it's more related to politics than anything else.
Oh, she like wrinkles her nose up and kind of screws her face up a bit. Fucking politics. Yeah,
Our
you
kind of politics, but still.
yeah you can keep all that.
Mm. But on the subject of kicking ass, you might still need to do so.
She raises an eyebrow. Oh yeah, who's been bothering you?
Well, no one, but I might bother you somewhat.
She kind of takes a noticeable step back, and a kind of wary expression comes over her face. What do you mean?
We spent a, well, We spent 2 nights, very wonderful nights together, and I do really appreciate it. And I don't mean to stop doing that. But um, I don't know if you are a person that is quite on point the with monogamy.
She kind of guesses where this conversation is heading, or she suspects anyway where it's heading, and she just kind of like drops her head a bit and says, "Yeah, that seems to be a hard thing to find these days." But
Does it anger you?
she kind of looks up at her and gives her a little smile. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, yeah, a bit. And Laura would see that her body language has changed a little. She is more kind of standoffish now. Um, and she goes, so who is it?
Well, there's a reason I think. Uh, it was after that fact, but I do believe that Camilla was infatuated for some time.
As she says Camilla's name, she would see Dana's fists clench and kind of all her muscles become taut, and she just kind of closes her eyes and grits her teeth for a minute, and just kind of stands there as if she's just trying to get herself kind of under control somewhat. And after a couple of seconds, she'd open her eyes again and appear to relax a little, but not completely, and just go, "Huh, tired old bitch. Oh, okay, okay." And she's just got this kind of smile on her face. Not a particularly friendly one, but
Why do you dislike her? Why do you hate her?
she kind of slowly walks walks across and like takes a seat on the steps that go up into the ring, and she kind of just sits there and goes, "Well, what do you expect? I mean, I thought you and me, I thought there was something here, but
There is. She
she
looks at like Laura comes up and you can see that her demeanor. I mean, she was somewhat truthful the first night that they for like in like met in that sense. But she seems dead serious as she just says, betrayals and the feeling you're just having, that clenching of the fists, that's more valuable than most things that you will ever encounter. You do realize that.
and Dana kind of looks up at her and she just nods slowly. Yeah, I guess. Shouldn't feel good though. I mean, I don't know. I'm a traditional girl. I I don't like to share, I guess. That's what it comes down to.
Hmm. Well, when it hurts, we tend to remember it a lot longer, a lot more vividly, don't we?
So that was your plan? To make me remember you by going off with some Torrido?
No, but strengthen us, you and me. Hopefully, you will not hold back as much. And she just stands there, and just let me feel whatever anger, whatever betrayal you feel, and hit me as hard as you can.
And Dana stands up and quite quickly kind of closes the space between them. So she's standing like right in front of her, and she just reaches up and kind of grips Laura's shoulders. And she's not trying to hurt her or anything, but Laura will be able to feel just how strong she is. Um, and she kind of squeeze her shoulders a bit and just go, I don't want to hit you. That is the last thing I want to do.
But I want you to hit me. It's been it's been quite a while since I've been reminded of. Well, I'm very, very. She smiles up at her, just says, "With you, I've been reminded of how lucky I am. But there must come a price. There must be a pain. Reminder of how fast fortunes can turn must be something I also am reminded of. I hope you understand this. If one is too fortunate and shielded from pain, shielded from. She stops herself and just. I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I just. Never mind. I'm. This is. This is stupid. This is stupid of me. I should have asked you before. I'm. I'm sorry. And like for the first time, this very confident, very like almost like powerful presence that Laura has is like diminished, and it's almost a like a teenager maybe, like the age that she actually does look like. That's just like looks down and just shakes her head a little and just um I should have respected you enough. I'm I'm sorry.
And Dana kind of sees this change come over her and just kind of grabs her and pulls her in to this like really tight hug. And and as she's kind of hugging her towards her, um, her mouth is kind of close to Laura's ear, and she just goes, "What? It's not too late. You know, you don't have to go back there. It can be just us."
I I am in a coterie with her, but she looks at her and just
And Dana kind of pulls back so she can look her in the eye and just go, "I don't have a problem with that. Just you know, what's between me and you, the special stuff, that should just be for us."
you truly mean it, don't you?
She she nods and her face is completely sincere. Yeah, yeah, I do. I mean, I had this little thing, this stupid thing with Lorne, but I put a stop to that. I'm not interested in him. I'm not interested in anyone else. I want to see where this goes.
Well, he is quite the he's quite fast on the trigger, I would say. He asked me tonight. I did not give him any satisfaction in that stuff.
Yeah, he's full of himself. I mean, don't get me wrong. He he's useful, but I don't intend to be making that mistake again.
But you've truly never been with more than one person at a time?
Nah, what can I say? I've got old-fashioned values, I guess.
Hmm. Well, can't really fault you for it. And don't get me wrong, it's not something I. You know, it's a long time since I've done something like that.
Dana kind of puts her head on one side. So what do you say, beautiful? Is it just you and me?
I'd like that. Yes.
Dana grins. Good. I'm glad we got that sorted out. It's good to have ground rules, you know?
She gets as she's saying, "I'm glad we got that sorted." Then she's cut off as Laura will begin to kiss her.
And she just completely relaxes into the kiss. Um, she's got her fingers up in Laura's hair and stuff. She's completely into it. She's kissing back. And I'm assuming that is where we can fade to black.
Indeed. Thank you very much, players, for playing, and watchers for watching. Good night.